All right, good morning. We're going to do a little study and then we'll go about our day. We are on Genesis chapter 45. Joseph reveals his identity to his brothers. Okay. And we know the Joseph, the coat of many colors. Okay. We just got through that. And now we're to where he's about to reveal himself to his brothers. So let's have prayer, and then we'll read this chapter. Father in heaven, we come to you humbly as your children, and we want to be your children of your light and your Shekinah glory, Father. We ask you to help and let us bring your Shekinah glory with everywhere that we go, every room that we step in, where there may be no evil within that room. And we ask you to help us to show others your love, your kindness, and forgiveness, Father, and guidance. I do thank you for this day and for giving us another day to do better, to be better than we were yesterday, Father. I ask you to be with the homeless, Father. Please let them have a warm place to sleep, a comfortable place to be able to chill and relax. I ask you to please make sure that they have food and water and a place that they may wash up and just to feel like a human, Father, and to feel loved and cared for, and to know that they're special and they're not forgotten and that they're not alone. I ask you to be with our military men and women, our law enforcement men and women, all of our medical staff. Please bless them all, Father. I ask you to please be with all of the teachers, aides, paraprofessionals, paraprofessional twos, janitors, maintenance men, city workers. Father, I ask you to please bless them all, bless us all. Allow us all to do the best of our abilities to work together as a team, united under you, Father, in your will. I ask you to help us be good counselors, to be good listeners, Father, to be there in the moment, to be able to guide good, to give good guidance, Father, and to think before we speak, and to be thoughtful of others, not to assume things about people, and not to look at people and judge them. Help us to have your eyes to see, Father, and your ears to hear. Please, I ask of you to bless us and anoint us with being able to understand your word. I ask you to please give us your wisdom, your knowledge, and understanding of your word and the interpretations thereof, and that we are able to bond your word into our hearts, minds, bodies, soul, and spirit, Father, and our intuition. Help our intuition to be strong and linked to you, Father, so that we can make those right decisions. And I really love you and thank you and ask these things through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay. Are we on? No, we're not. I need to put Wi-Fi on. So hold on a second. Could not refrain. Then Joseph, we're on Genesis chapter 45. Joseph reveals his identity. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, caused every man to go out from me, and there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren, come near to me, I pray you. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves that ye sold me hither, for God did send me before you to preserve life. See, he understands, and that's something that we have to understand, or need to have, is understanding of God's will. And just like Joseph just said here, like, don't be troubled with yourselves for selling me into Egypt, for God did send me here to help save lives. Okay, that's awesome and beautiful. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be ear nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you in posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God, and he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and it says it's a lowercase father too, it's not capital, okay? The father to the Pharaoh, and lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son Joseph, God hath made me lord over all of Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not, and thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herds, and all that thou hast. And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty. And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you, and ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and of all that ye have seen, and ye shall haste and bring down my father hither. And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck, and wept, and Benjamin wept upon his neck. Moreover, he kissed all of his brethren, and wept upon them. And after that his brethren talked with him. Talk about an emotional reunion, right? And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well, and his servants. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Say unto thy brethren, this do ye, lade your breasts, and go, get you unto the land of Canaan, and take your father and your household, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land and of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. Now that are commanded, this do ye. Take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father, and come. Also regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land of Egypt is yours. God is so good, isn't he? So amazing. Good morning, Kathy. God bless you. We're on Genesis chapter 45, verse 21. And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of Pharaoh, and gave them provisions for the way. To all of them he gave each man change of raiment, but to Benjamin he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. And to his father he sent after this manner 10 asses laden with the good things of Egypt, and 10 she-asses laden with corn and bread and meat for his father by the way. So he sent his brethren away, and they departed. And he said unto them, See that ye fall not out by the way. He's like, don't die on your way, man. And they went up out of Egypt, and came into the land of Canaan unto Jacob their father, which is named Israel. Okay, Jacob's name was named Israel. and told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not. And they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had said unto them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob their father received. Oh, so he was like, his spirit was, he's pumped up, right? And Israel said, It is enough, Joseph, my son is yet alive. I will go and see him before I die. Because he knows. And Israel took his journey with all that he had. We're on chapter 46 now. With all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto the God of his father Isaac. And God spake unto Israel in the vision of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I. And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt. For I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives in the wagon, which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him to Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel, which is Jacob, okay, because remember Jacob's name was changed by God to Israel, which came into Egypt, Jacob, his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and the son Reuben, Hanok, and Phalu, and Hezron, and Carmi, and the sons of Simeon, Jamal, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, and Yachin, Zohar, Shaul, the son of Canaanitish women, and the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, Mari, and the sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, and Perez, Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan, and the sons of Phazar were Hirzon, Hezron, and Hemuel. And the sons of Isaac, Tola, Phalvu, and Job, and Job, and Shimron, and the sons of Zebulun, Sherd, and Elon. Okay. We're just kind of skimmed down all these. They had quite a bit of people in their house, didn't they? Because it starts at what? Chapter 46, verse 8 to it looks like to verse 25. These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter, and she bare these unto Jacob. All the souls were 7. All the souls that came with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 66. So is that 36? And the sons of Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph to direct his face unto Goshen. And they came into the land of Goshen. And Joseph made ready his chariot and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented himself unto him. And he fell on his neck and wept on his neck a good while. And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and show Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade hath been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds, and all that they have. And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you, and shall say, What is your occupation? That ye shall say, Thy servant's trade hath been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen. For every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Dang. Why would a shepherd be an abomination for someone that takes care of the livestock? Anyways, I don't understand some of their customs, but that's is what it is. So, I mean, we've seen how beautiful it was for Joseph to keep his faith in God, for him to accept what God has, how God changed his life and making him ruler over everything over in Egypt, okay? And what kind of turmoil his brothers went through their whole lives after doing that to them, to their younger brother, out of jealousy. But the way that Joseph spoke to them after he was done putting them through his little test, I guess, that he got to see how sorry they were, and I feel like that helped him come to the terms of, what they did was a good thing, because that's what God wanted. That's where God wanted him to be. Even though he had to spend a couple years in prison, while he was in prison, he got favor of the captain of the guard, and the captain of the guard gave him charge over the whole prison, to 10 people and to take care of them and stuff. So he was given a pretty good duty in there. And for him to see that, to forgive his brothers, and for his brothers to finally receive that forgiveness, it's a beautiful thing. And that's something that I feel we need to pay attention to, is the forgiveness in that story, and how he was able to see how God blessed them, even though at the time they might have thought that, like, what is going on? But if we keep our faith and don't let that fear creep into our minds, then we will have true understanding of what God really has in store for us. So, keep your faith. We'll pick up tomorrow on chapter 46. Okay. I love you guys very much. It's time to get the morning going. Have a great day, and may God be with us all. Bye.